clear white moon.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to WLF Unleashed. A super exciting special episode tonight. We are excited to sit down with the one, the only Showtime Austin Ebersol, current WLF number one, to talk about something I think might be the most exciting thing rolling out in fling golf right now, and that is the the coming about of the Fling Golf Club Series. And I know that Austin's one of the guys who's put a ton of work in behind getting this thing rolling, getting it off the ground, along with Jonathan Bellingham, Aqua John, and Zach Mulvey, the Mountaineer. So we're excited to have Austin go over all the ins and outs of the Fling Golf Club Series with us tonight. Austin, thanks for being here. Take it away, brother.
Yeah, man. No, this is as Aquajohn would say, this has been a long time coming. Part of the Potomac Highlands stuff the first couple years was the state rivalries and all that type of thing that we tried to build. But now it's obviously developed into what it is, which is even better, the World Double Championship. But yeah, me, Aquajohn, and Zach is really cool. We were paired together at the first ever event in 2022 with Big Cat. And we just always felt like that happened for a reason. There was a greater being who put us all together. And we put our heads together this winter after the commish said that, we probably were going to go away from the clubs. And we just wanted to do what we could do to keep them alive. And I think we're going to go above and beyond what the expectations were of the clubs in the past. We're going to have a lot of room for growth in this. We're going to have new clubs popping up hopefully every year. And the key here for me is I hear a lot of people say, oh, if World League Fling Golf had 10 American Classic golf clubs, we would be set. Well, that's what we're going to try to build with this club series. Is we're going to hopefully let the Delaware Titans pave the way for the Highlanders, the Keystone Crew, and future clubs to be able to follow in suit. So it's going to be a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, so like one of the most exciting things from a player perspective is, yeah, I mean, I love competing regardless. I love the doubles, but I love the singles. But like, I just felt like I was really disheartened, disappointed when I found out that there was not going to be any of the so-called team overlay this year. And I was really excited to see you guys pick up the mantle of this and run with it, because I feel like the one thing that we can do better is promoting some rivalry in fling golf. And if you're on social media at all, as I've learned in the past week, the rivalry and the controversy and the antagonizing of the possibilities is what gets people interested. So tell me a little bit about what your thoughts on how you see this fitting into some of that.
Yeah, no, I think everybody that was a part of the clubs in 2024, which I'm sad that you missed that, because it was so
Me
much
too.
fun. 'Cause you had everybody playing for everybody, and the individual and the doubles, and it was a magical moment. And other than last weekend for me in Delaware, winning the club championship with my wife and my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and some of my best friends was one of the coolest moments in my fling golf career, when we won the club championship together on that final day against Chaos. And this is going to do that, though. This is going to spark up those rivalries. We know we all love each other. I feel like West Virginia, PA, and Delaware, we're all very close. We all hang out. We all talk all the time. And so you're going to have that like almost brother to brother rivalry, I think, is what we're going to have here. And it's going to be so much fun. But it's definitely going to be entertaining for those at home.
Yeah, like I kind of see it like a obviously not a scripted version, but like kind of like a WWE type thing where there's going to be storylines and trash talk and people calling each other out. And I just
Absolutely.
see that, I see that as being something that we can really get behind and motivate people to um, want to be a part of it. But I also see it as a way that immediately there's going to be much interest in other teams starting almost immediately.
Oh, people are gonna see what we're doing. They're gonna want to join, and it's very important. I want everybody to know, listening, like there are going to be huge opportunities for you to join. We are not keeping this closed doored. We want to grow it. We're finalized for 2026 here. But man, we got some exciting things ahead. Wait till you guys see the trophies. Wait till you see the name of the battles. One of the biggest things that I envisioned was, you know how in college football you have, like, when two rival colleges play each other, they play for a certain championship, whether it's the axe of Paul Bunyan or the Iron Bowl. So we're doing that same concept where every year when West Virginia and Delaware and Pennsylvania and Delaware and West Virginia and Pennsylvania, when we all play each other, there's a traveling trophy. So whichever club wins gets to hold on to that trophy for a whole year. And that's where I think people will be taking fun content. I would love to see, the trophy going grocery shopping with everybody, or, put it in the passenger seat and put the seatbelt on and make sure it's all good. So, but yeah, I'll just announce it now here because I want to. The West Virginia versus Delaware matchup is the Summit versus Shore Showdown. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And yeah, listen, I got to get a glance of the logo you guys put together. It's really cool. I wish I'd have thought of it. I stuck it on here tonight, but
No, you're all
so
good.
yes, like we talked. We had a Highland Deers team call just the other night, and we were already talking about what we were going to call when we play the Pennsylvania crew, and I decided we were going to try to stick a knife right in Zach Mulvey's chest by calling it the backyard brawl. And because
Oh,
because he is a West Virginia Mountaineer grad, having him associated with Pitt is going to be our first. We're gonna that's our first talking trash moment right there.
I love that. The backyard brawl is perfect. I know Zach picked the Mid Atlantic Melee for Delaware versus Pennsylvania. So we got some good names. I love that though. Let's go.
Listen,
I'm so pumped up.
you already got somebody in the comments shouting the Titans out. Like, this is ridiculous.
Listen, listen. We're gonna be, the goal here is to be like the Yankees of the 1920s and 30s, where we just dominate and we just own all the trophies. And you guys are like, dang it, we're gonna have to face new teams because we can't beat those guys.
Well, listen, we got to be honest. One of the attractions for the Highlandeers was to finally wipe that smug smile off your face in that Team Titans picture.
Oh man, hey, look, that I was so dang happy in that picture, and definitely hoping to get some more moments like that. So
All right, so listen, I think it's one of the things important. You mentioned it, um, is that the original three teams here, a lot of that was based on just initial geography and
right.
trying to make sure everybody could get there within a decent drive, and it wasn't going to require as much time off of work or travel time. So, like, I think it's important for people to know that there was no real reason other than geography why these were the first three teams.
Yes, and to hammer that down, what we're doing here, everybody, is we wanted to set up a series where you don't have to take any days off of work. So what we're doing is Saturday's round will actually be an afternoon round about 4 or 5 o'clock. And then Sunday will be in the morning so that we can drive Saturday morning to get there for a Saturday afternoon round. And then we can leave after a Sunday morning round. So some of the most important things was making sure people didn't have to use, sick days or vacation days or PTO at work. We wanted people to be able to only, you only need a hotel or Airbnb for one night. And really the only thing you're paying for is your greens fees and the dinner get together afterwards that we're going to have planned. So we wanted this to be so stinking cost effective, so affordable for everybody. And, for us, Pennsylvania, it's a little bit of a hike for us, but I grew up halfway between here and there. So whoever goes up with me for that event, we're gonna probably stay the night before. But yeah, we didn't choose these teams to leave anybody out.
Correct.
I'll just throw it out there. North Carolina, Kerr Lake, the Norton, Sam, Rexy, you guys are absolutely in the queue. Richmond, the Rogues, Gary, Big Mac, Brittany, Hollywood, like, you guys are all in the queue. And I also talked with Papa John and Mark about South Carolina and Georgia getting involved. So we have a lot of things rolling, but yes, definitely important to let everybody know we did not leave you out because we wanted to. We're
Right.
just we're testing the waters, and then if this goes as we think, the doors will be open for
Oh,
everybody else.
this is going to be bigger than we think. Like
I think so too.
I totally got the feel for this. All right, so listen, I'm going to roll the rosters out, but when
Mhm.
I roll the rosters out, why don't you talk a little bit about like everybody on the roster is not required or going to have to play at each event. Like there's going to be some guidance around that, correct?
Correct. And before we get there, I want to stress to everybody, this is not for the showtimes, the hardcores, the mountaineers, the big cats. This is for everybody in that local area that plays. This is the ultimate club series, the ultimate fling golf league for everybody of all skill levels to be able to play and be a part of this. So it's very important to understand that at the top. So, but yeah, we have the Highlandiers here. I mean, you have Aquajon. Your guys' home course is Cape and Springs. I mean, outside of the Titans, I feel like everything Aquajon and Jason did to get the Highlandiers brand out there has been amazing. I mean, they added you, they added Cutter, Sherry, Brian, Leslie, like the list goes on and on. And you guys are out here doing charity events, you're doing clinics, you're doing everything you need to do to grow the game as we do here in Delaware. So I'm very happy for you guys. And to go over here to Pennsylvania, the Keystone Crew, like, look at that list. Big Wheel is the person who started playing up there, and then Big Wheel turned into Big Cat, and Big Cat turned into Zach and Maddie and Delaney and Julie. It rapid fires. So it felt like when we picked these three clubs, we were the perfect clubs to start with because you already have a solid 12 to 20 something players on each of these rosters. So, what's important though to know is that we decided that you have to have at least 6 people who are willing to travel to the event. Now, you're not, you don't, you can play more. So, if you have 8 who are willing to travel or 10, that's what you take with you. So, it's very important for those at home listening. If you want to start a club, you need depth. You need a bench. You're going to need 10, 12, 14, 20, 30 people. If you only have 6 or 8 people in your club, and 3 people can't go, well, you now are going to have to forfeit that event, which is just not fair to anybody else. So
Right.
you have to be willing to put in the local work and get your roster, get your depth, get your bench built up so that you can have at least 6 people and hopefully more because you guys are bringing 10 people to the tournament at the end of June. And for everybody listening at home, what's awesome about that is this whole club series, it's all doubles. So Saturday is going to be a scramble, 2-person scramble, and then Sunday is going to be 2-person best ball. So it's not individual play at all. So the 10 West Virginia Highlandiers that are traveling over, they'll be split up into 5 teams of 2, and then you guys will play any pairings that Aquajon puts together Saturday night, and then Sunday hopefully he switches the pairings up because I think that's a key thing for this series is you don't want to play with the same person the whole weekend or at every event. I think mix and match it up. And as you can see on the Titans list, I'm really excited to play with some of these people. I'm excited to play with Tim, Blizz, and Judy, and Chris Summerfield, and Brandon, and Dan Mann. Like, there's so many awesome guys on there that I'm really excited to play with because we probably wouldn't play together in a WLF event, but this is exactly the time to do that. And
Well, listen,
last
if
thing, last yeah, yeah, yeah. No, last thing on point. So you guys are bringing 10 people, so that means the first team to 5.5 points for the weekend will win the Summit to Shore showdown. So there's 5 points available on Saturday, 5 points available on Sunday because of the 5 matches. So nobody can win it on Saturday. So that's makes you at least get the Sunday where someone has to win it. But I think the captains, we're going to do a great job at making sure all of the pairings are competitive matches. We're not trying to set this up where it's Austin and Britt versus Sam and Katie or something like that. Like, we want the matches to be fun. So I'm thinking like Jeff Harvey and Sherry Marchand versus Austin Ebersol and Judy Carter. That would be so much fun.
let's do
Something
it.
like that it would just be so much fun to do. But yeah, so it's gonna be a blast, and I'm so excited.
Well, I was just getting ready to throw out that if Aqua John was listening, I think an interesting pairing would be myself and Lala against the Summerfields. So since they normally play together, because this is the first time they're going to be opposite, it'd be interesting to see the rival start right there.
Yeah, I mean it'd be a pretty good matchup. I know. I'm gonna bet on Chris though. That's my girl. Chris is my girl. She's got fire. She's competitive, and I know she's not gonna take it easy on the older sister there. So, and Jeff, man, I don't know. You put Jeff in the middle of of that. He just texted me right now. He's like, I don't know if I can handle that, Austin. So, no, it'd be a lot of fun, and but
It'd
yeah, I
be
mean,
good.
I
Yeah.
think those are like the storylines
Yeah.
you try to put together, and I think that's the fun we have with it, where we look and we're like, hey, let's make sure every match is competitive and every match has equal skill levels going after each other.
All right, so listen, we got 13 people watching right now. So if anybody watching has any questions about anything on the club series, we'd love to get a few questions up here and do a little Q&A. Why I bring up
Absolutely.
the last slide, which is the schedule, showtime. So I was going to have you kind of go over the schedule with everybody also. So let's transition over to that. So here's the club
Absolutely.
series schedule, man. So fill us in a little bit on kind of what you talked about, how an event will go.
Yeah, so we're gonna kick off the club series with you guys coming to us at the end of June. Um, I love the PA crew, but I feel like West Virginia versus Delaware made sense to be the first ever Club Series matchup, which will, in the history books, make us the oldest rivalry technically.
Let's do it.
Whenever when this thing, 40 years from now, we can look back and be like the oldest rivalry in the Club Series. But no, you guys are traveling over. We're going to play at the beautiful American Classic. You guys know from last weekend the course is going to be in great shape. It's going to be challenging. The summertime, there's not as much wind, but it gets a little harder out there because of the sand and the sun. So you need to throw a little bit higher, but you do get more yardage, which is a lot of fun. Beginning of
I
August.
think there needs to be a like a 5 day off limits for the Titans pre event.
Oh no, 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 not at all. There's a big advantage for being the home team. But I think to play on that, I think it's going to be harder for the home teams to win because you have to filter all the players even more. So
Sure.
as you saw on our roster, we have 20 something people. So you guys are bringing 10. That
Right.
means like I'm only going to be able to play one of the 2 days. Same with Britt, same with Neil, same with Jack,
I
which is
got you.
awesome. That's the whole point of it. But I do think the traveling team is going to have some advantage probably on who travels. But the beginning of August, we'll travel up to Pennsylvania. We're going to play a new course, Whispering Pines Golf Course. Zach already got the tee times booked. I'm looking forward to see where we go out to eat that night. Big Cat, if you're watching, please not Quaker Steak and Lube. I can't handle that. Um, as much as I enjoyed it there, can't do that again. But I'm really excited to go back out there. I get to go home, visit my dad, and then go out and see these guys. And I
That's
love
awesome.
the Pennsylvania crew, so really excited to see Big Wheel and Jamie and Krista and Big Dog and Julie, people that we haven't really seen the last couple of months here on the tour. So that's exciting. And then you guys are going to wrap it up in September at the beautiful Cape and Springs. I can only imagine how gorgeous it's going to be up there in the mountains in September. Big Cat Never Again. Hallelujah, man. You are the best. So, but you guys are going to be hosting Pennsylvania middle of September. I'm excited for that because I'll get to just sit at home and watch the matches and be a fan and just see who wins the backyard brawl and who's raising the championship. And I know that Zach and Aquajon are going to do a phenomenal job at making good pairings, good matchups, and it's going to be entertaining. But yeah, this is the schedule, and we put it together in like 3 days. So it's very impressive how fast we were able to cook this up.
All right. So one clarification. It's going to be up to the traveling team to determine how many people play. So
Correct.
if a team can only get 8 people, then it's going to be 8 on 8.
Exactly.
If they can get 12, then it'll be 12 on 12.
Exactly. The traveling team dictates how many people play. If it's 8 versus 8, then it's the winning number is always the half number plus a half. So if it's
Sure.
eight, first team to 4.5,
I
10,
got
five and a
I got
half,
you. Okay.
exactly. So, and again, I also want to drive home like, yeah, you can sub out both days. So let's say West Virginia, you guys actually bring 11. Well, that means that one person would have to sit out Saturday and another person would have to sit out Sunday. But what I'm going to do for the odd number people is I'm still going to let you play 18 holes. If you're going to travel over to the course, we're going to make sure that you're still getting 36 holes of play in. It just might
Absolutely.
be only 18 holes of competitive, but still, it's going to be fun. The Saturday night gatherings are going to be like family reunions, and it's going to be a good time. And depending on the Sunday matchups, might depend on how much certain people drink. So it'll be interesting to see.
All right, so clarify for me because sometimes I get confused on the format. Day two, best ball. What does that actually look like on the course?
Yeah, so best ball is you and your partner play your own ball, and whoever has the better score between the two, that's the one you take.
Okay,
So if me and you are partners, you get a birdie and I get a par, we're going to take your birdie. So
okay,
that makes it a lot of fun, which is completely opposite of a scramble on Saturday where it's you're taking the same shot every time together for two shots. So it's a good to me it's a
right.
perfect contrast. And just so everybody knows, the reason why we picked the scramble is because everyone's traveling Saturday morning to get to the location. So we all know it's kind of hard to drive 5 6 hours, get out and play. But if you have a scramble, at least you have two shots for every shot. And if you're playing a new course like we are in Pennsylvania, whoever's with me, I'll probably let them be I'll let them, be the whatever it called. They'll test dummy where if they can throw it down there and if there's a sand trap we didn't see, I'm like, oh, okay, can't do that.
No, I
So, but
definitely appreciate that. But listen, hats off to you guys for not making alternate shot one of the requirements. I think I I don't care for it in terms of team play in this format. Like it has its
yeah, yeah,
place.
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, alternate shot in the Pro Series is the best format, and it's because if it's going to be a Pro Series, it needs to be the hardest format. And if anybody watches the Ryder Cup or the President's Cup, Scotty Scheffler and Rory, they all say that alternate shot is the toughest format to play in golf.
Yeah,
So I really like that in the Pro Series events. I prefer it in World League Fling Golf. But for us, again, guys, it's important. This isn't about the top players in the sport. This is about everybody on these lists that are a part of these areas, these clubs. And it's fun. Like again, we're not playing for money, we're not playing for rankings, we're not playing for points. We're playing for a trophy, for bragging rights, and honestly, it's just an extra weekend where we get to hang out with people that we enjoy spending time with. So that's
oh,
what I really want to drive home.
I definitely appreciate these kind of comments. Nothing fuels me more than this type of comment right here. Like I already practice a lot. This is just going to make me do a little bit more.
Well, and Jeff, the best part is the only thing you can do at a Club Series event is get 2 points. You can't you can't win by
Dang it!
yourself, and
Dang it!
that's how I feel as well. And you'll experience a lot of this when we go to, you'll have this, but then you'll have the USA, our Britain's Cup. Like, you can go 3-0, but you still need your teammates to get their points as well to win the match. And that's the beauty of this, though. It's all of us. Like everybody is playing for each other. And kind of like you said, whenever we found out we weren't going to have this, like that's what we miss. Like
Yeah.
I want to play for Britt, for Brooke, for Brandon, for Brett. Like I don't want to let them down, and I know they don't want to either. And this lets us do that in a team manner.
Well, listen, man, this is super exciting. Thanks again to yourself and Jonathan Bellingham, Zach Mulvey for continuing to push this forward and get this together. June's right around the corner, so we're looking forward to making the trip back up there to try to conquer that place a little bit more. I know that I won, but I don't feel like I conquered the course. So we're looking forward
Hey,
to come back up there.
dude, it's American Classic. It's a tough course, but we're definitely excited to have you guys. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to message me, call me, email me. Again, I want to drive home. This is a league for everybody. It's meant to be cost effective. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to grow the game locally. And if you want to start a club, please reach out to me and I will help guide you. I will give you everything that I do at American Classic so that you can get more players, so that you too can have a club. But get out, let me know, and yeah, let's get this started, dude. I'm so excited.
So listen, man, I think long term to wrap this up, I think long term, I see this if there could be a couple teams in each region that you
Yeah.
take the winner out of the region and then you have one big event sometime at the end of the summer where it's the champions of each region and it's kind of like the global, it's like the world global championship.
Yeah, so one thing that I was talking about the other day was so Quaker Steak and no, dude, I'm hitting the road, bro. If I eat that before a 7 hour drive back, that's gonna be brutal.
That's bad news.
That's bad news. But no, so what I envision, just so everybody can see what I'm picturing here, you'll have the Mid Atlantic North, which would be these three clubs. You'll have Mid Atlantic South, which would be North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia team, South Carolina, Georgia, and then I was talking with Hooter. I'd love to see Oklahoma, Texas, and Missouri. They could be like the Southwest, and or I would love to see like a New Mexico, California, Colorado. I mean, there's tons of things that I could see us doing. And then Jeff, to answer your question, yeah, I think we have a national tournament called Nationals,
Yeah.
and you probably, I mean, if we have 12 clubs, hypothetically, you could probably set it up for all 12 clubs to go. But I think what you do is you probably take two out of each region so that you have 8 teams total. And then you'll do like 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5. I don't know how you would power rank that, but I know in time we'll figure out how to.
Just Tim Durr.
I'll sick Tim on that. I'll
Yeah.
definitely put Tim on that. Like, Tim, I need to know
Yeah.
mathematically who would be power rank number one.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's going to be fun. And yes, I think in a perfect world, the Rogues, Chaos, and some form of South Carolina, Georgia team should be able to happen next year if everybody, puts their foot down and starts getting some local play. So it's going to happen. We're going to have nationals, and it's going to be sweet.
Well, dude, awesome job tonight. Appreciate you taking the time to jump on here and do this special episode with us. Help roll out this very exciting opportunity for Fling Golf. So, man, anything you want to close with?
Let's go Titans, baby. I mean, come on, man. We are now that I can take like mini commissioner hat off. The Titans are so stacked, baby. We're so good. I can't wait for you guys to see some
I
hidden gems we got on that roster that have just been laying low, ready to attack. And no, it's gonna be so much fun. And I'm very appreciative of all the hard work that Aquajon and Zach has put in, and Big Cat and Bollinger and Ward and yourself, and it's going to be so much fun. So I don't really have anything to say other than everybody sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy the show. And like I said, just let me know if there's any questions you have on how to get started, how to grow your own club, and how to get involved. I'd love to let you know because we want you to be a part of this.
All right, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning into tonight's special episode of WLF Unleashed, where we talked and unveiled and rolled out the Fling Golf Club Series with Showtime, Austin Ebersol, world number one. Appreciate you being with us. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hardcore out.